Yesterday, 38 young people met at the AMEX Stadium in Brighton to tell Sussex police what they thought about crime and what they thought about policing here in Sussex. The Youth Commission held over 2,000 conversations with 14 to 25-year-olds across Sussex, and among their findings was that about a fifth of young people don't trust the police, and many young people feel that stop and search is used inappropriately. Our reporter Ben Weisz went along to hear them to present their findings.
What was striking about the room was how almost anybody who could put those suggestions into practice was there. So, of course, I wanted to introduce Worthing MP Tim Lawton to James, a youth commissioner who wanted a change in the law on anonymity online.
The law really needs to be changed to prevent people, bullying people anonymously online. I mean, you can't completely remove the element of anonymity online, but you can do something towards it to reduce it.
And we've got a real-life, genuine MP here, Tim Lawton.
As opposed to a dead, fake one, you mean?
Well, you're neither of those things. Tim, how realistic would that kind of a law be?
It's not just as simple as changing the law, because you have to have a balance between people's rights to use the internet, but also to be able to hold them up when they are consistently abusing it.
And I'm just reminded of sort of the way that you sometimes replied to people who sort of tried to troll you, I think they call it, on Twitter.
I mean, people in the public eye, we are prone to abuse, and particularly in politics, people perhaps won't like our politics, but that's not an excuse to be abusive. So what I find is usually the best way of dealing with that is I will retweet it. And so if people think they're having a private abusive conversation with me, then no, how would you like it? If this got out into the open, this is the way you treat somebody who happens to be a politician, but we're all entitled to be treated respectfully and not abused.
What do you make of that, James?
Oh, I have to agree. I mean, it's a step in the right direction doing that.
I also heard from Sefton, who had investigated how young people perceived the police.
We found that 22% weren't particularly happy with the overall relationship between the youngsters and the police. We did interview quite a lot of people as well that stated that they said that they didn't have any relationship with the police whatsoever at all. And they said that, and then I pushed them further when interviewing them. I said, if you did have a relationship with the police, for example, or if there was a crime to happen just down the road, for example, that you saw, do you think that you could approach the police, and do you think that the police could deal with it in an acceptable manner? And many of them said yes, I have no issues with the police. However, there were some people that said it's very, very hard to talk to a police officer. They're very, quite a lot of them, as I say, stereotypes as well. Quite a lot of people felt that they would be stereotypes if they were to talk to a police officer as well.
With me, Chief Constable Giles York. Did he agree that young people were stereotyped by officers?
We may come across as patronising, that young people don't understand things rather than treating them with respect.
Does that ring true?
That is very true, yeah. I think quite a lot of people did say that they felt that they were being spoke to in police jargon in a sense, and they're young people, they don't really understand the jargon,
The young commissioners often had very personal reasons for getting involved. Michael, a young man with autism who had himself been the victim of a hate crime, explained what he wanted others in his position to learn.
To help those who have learning disabilities, and for those who aren't able to recognise what hate crime is about, how they can go to the police without being feared of, and other sides, like how to express themselves and open themselves up.
The report contained concrete proposals and was a good opportunity for the police to learn from young people. And while Sussex Police faces serious funding pressures, a lot of these suggestions don't cost very much. Chief Constable Giles York filled out a pledge card at the end. It asked him what he'd be prepared to offer the Youth Commission. His answer? Anything they want. They'll hold him to that over the coming year.
BBC Sussex Sports Update.
Quite a promise, isn't it? Right, it's 6 minutes to...